Mayen kwa homane so na yene ora Benjamin insia eni enkomo ewo eye Zoom no so. Ben, what's your good morning, that is saying?
Good morning, Minia.
And Pomboko, I hope that open internet near strong.
Strong.
Very well. When you know to me, said then who any but okay, you bet me didn't come more. And so first off, the Agyapa Deal, no, bring us up to speed on that. Your Agyapa Deal, and saying if we hear at the end, your main component, no, and sana. Yeah, but the aspect of expenditure with a program and our policy implementation, enya amaso, yet you're spending over $12 million.
I think other innovative ways of funding mineral exploration and then mineral production. Into here, Agyapa is one of the frameworks anka Omega na pese omuyusu they funded some exploration and then production of mineral resources in Ghana. But the model formulation in terms of engaging all stakeholders, you know, and AMASO, and for that matter, some interested parties kicking against this model.
I see. And kicking against the model, no, many would have thought, say, after the assessment of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, no, not yet the baby a tray in the sense, so implementation and but we are hearing from the Public Accounts Committee, say, some $12 million, and no ASICA yet to me a spending on this same particular policy, yet to me and roll it out.
I think that what happened at the park needs to be critically looked at in different dimensions. Government are spending almost 12 million US rolling out checkpoints. But you see, policy formulation doesn't begin with implementation. It begins with engaging some superior knowledge or expert knowledge in putting out a document together. And I think that you pay for this superior knowledge. So I was saying pack the revenue disintegration and as everyone say expenditure disintegration to know which amount went where and when this amount was used. Now to me I decipher actually whether some of the amounts were used or the expenditure were used during the policy or model formulation stage and other engagement with experts in bringing out this particular policy. So when Ghanaians kicked against this particular framework, still the government went ahead to implement it. I believe Sebia is going to be during the formulation stage. Be a part there. But say yes, I say Sikano do na call implementation there. I think the Mineral Investment and Infrastructure Fund got it wrong because when the deal came out, the people of Ghana, some parliamentarians were against it. Even the Attorney General then was against it. The Special Prosecutor was against the deal. Some civil society organization led by GRI at the Aban ECOWAS court on this particular deal. The president himself had to even withdraw this deal and then sought further engagements to be able to implement it. Say Sikano during implementation, I think that there's something wrong with it. But say during the formulation of this particular policy and engaging other expertise to get us a better and innovative deal there, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Is it quite reasonable to see a best spending over $12 million? And consultants?
It depends on the level of consultations that went into place. In the sense that prospect of this dealer and the objective of this particular Agyapa dealer, the returns would have been higher than the $12 million if actually there was that proper engagement with all other stakeholders. 12 million no, metumi aka say it is worth it or not worth it, is efficient or not efficient based on the data disintegration or the expenditure disintegration. And I think what PIAC failed to do is to ask them to provide how this 12 million was spent. Because being a composite amount, it makes me like there's that difficulty in actually coming out to say yedisikano dodona ko yese and yese. I think that PIAC should have asked the executive director or the chief executive officer of the MMIF to further give us expenditure details of this particular 12 million. After na me no matimi assess where I think that the amount of expenditure used was not efficiently done.
I see. So what it means is until the expenditure breakdown we cannot basically assume all was used on consultancy until it will require the PIAC and then probably the Mines and Energy Committee in Parliament to seek for further details from MIF.
Yeah, that is why I think the Mines and Energy and PAC should further do to seek clarity on which expenditure items amounted to these 12 million USD. But I also believe that if PIAC does that, ebema some abutoyembi abba, because any particular investment you do, whether Kessben, whether minority in parliament or whoever, when you begin a policy dialogue, at least some amount of expenditure will go in. And no komua, we can only justify whether it was efficiently done based on senior medical kind of disintegration of the expenditure items, which went where, what went where, when was it used. Who say no? For example, I heard from your earlier speaker say, or the tape you played, they say you discover some legal associate, whether genuinely that amount na the legal associate, whether a boy and I say no will be based on the that was paid. Actually, as of now, we don't know the actual amount paid this legal associate and the legal services provided by this particular associate. So a din Amoaka say it was efficiently done or not.
Very well. Ben, my man now was say anope na fancy her. We will wait for the much details to come, then we can have a bigger conversation around this. I'm grateful anope for your time. And say Benjamin Insia, energy policy expert, Menino Eddie and Komono.